Hey everyone, welcome back for another episode of the Moreno Show. Guys, I hope you are feeling good today because there is something incredibly spicy in the air in Washington, D.C. as some Trump advisors go head to head. I'm talking about Mr. Elon Musk and Peter Navarro. These guys are going head to head in some disagreement, as well as Elon Musk disagreeing directly with President Trump about tariffs. This is crazy. People are saying that this is the biggest disagreement that Elon Musk and President Trump have ever had. A lot of people on the far left are saying that this is whenever the administration is beginning to implode. And personally, I don't see it that way. I see it as there's some beauty in disagreement, and I love how this current administration is actually handling disagreement so publicly. To me, it is not only entertaining, but is also an expression of the transparency that this administration promised us. So let's go ahead and talk about it. We are gonna go all over the place. We're gonna start with Peter Navarro smacking down Elon Musk, literally live on CNBC, with some incredibly aggressive words going towards Tesla. And we also have this video displaying the economics of a pencil from Elon Musk that he shared. And it's really fascinating. It really shows this whole, like, one argument is very pro tariffs and the other argument is anti tariffs, and Elon Musk really does seem to be very anti tariffs, and it is very, very interesting. But we'll go ahead and talk about it. We'll also get some perspectives from the White House press secretary, the one and only Caroline Leavitt. And I think this is going to be a really, really interesting video. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Also, guys, if you like conversations like this, please make sure to like and subscribe. It's one of the best ways you can help me out. Okay, check this out. So this article is from the Daily Beast. The title is Musk Goes Nuclear on Trump Tariff Guru with a Jaw-Dropping Slur. Now, Elon Musk does call Peter Navarro something something that I will definitely not repeat, but something that does not make Elon Musk look good, although it is definitely on brand. If you're curious, he did say the R word. Terrible. But this is partially part of the reason. So check this out. This is Peter Navarro on CNBC giving an argument that is very pro tariffs and very I don't want to say anti-Tesla, but he does make a point here where he's saying that Elon Musk is not a car manufacturer, but a car assembler, something that Elon Musk did not take lightly. Check this out.
When it comes to tariffs and trade, we all understand in the White House, and the American people understand, that Elon's a car manufacturer, but he's not a car manufacturer. He's a car assembler in many cases. If you go to his Texas plant, a good part of the engines that he gets, which in the EV case is the batteries, come from Japan and come from China. The electronics come from Taiwan. The tires come. What we want, and the difference is in our thinking and Elon's on this, is that we want the tires made in Akron. We want the transmissions made in Indianapolis. We want the engines made in Flint and Saginaw, and we want the cars manufactured here. It's like this business model where BMW and Mercedes come in to Spartanburg, South Carolina, and have us assemble German engines and Austrian transmissions. That doesn't work for America. It's bad for our economics. It's bad for our national security. We want them to come here. And with Elon, it's fine. He's a car man. He's a car person. That's what he does. And he wants the cheap foreign parts, and we understand that. But we want him home. We want him home, Peter, for our national security and economic security, and everything's good with Elon.
So, to that end, Elon Musk responded to this tweet shared by Ron Preguides on X. He responded saying, Navarro is truly a moron. What he says here is demonstrably false. Tesla has the most American-made cars. Navarro is dumber than a sack of bricks. Holy smokes. Imagine the world's richest man calling you dumber than a sack of bricks. I couldn't believe it. But he also links up this article by Kelly Blue Book. And I did not know this, but this was incredibly pleased to find. The headline is Study Finds the Most American Made Cars. And look at this. Of the top 10 cars, Teslas actually take the first 4 spots on the top 10 list of the most American made cars. That is crazy. I had no idea, but that is truly amazing, honestly. But to this very public disagreement, someone actually asked Caroline Levitt what she thought about Elon Musk's post calling Peter Navarro truly a moron and dumber than a sack of bricks, and she responded with this, saying, "Whatever. We are the most transparent administration in history, expressing our disagreements in public." Now, if you ask me, I think that's really great. I'd much rather have it on X where everyone could see it and everyone could be part of this public discussion than to have it be in some sort of hidden room where we're just never going to hear anything. And the only scoops we see are going to be pouring in from, the mainstream media. I would much more have this experience where we could just look at these tweets and engage with them, and then kind of give our own opinion in response. And now we're actually part of the conversation instead of just bystanders. And I think that's awesome. So here's another an anti-tariff argument coming from Elon Musk. This is actually from Milton Friedman, an American economist and statistician, talking about the economics of a pencil, in which Elon Musk reshared. Check this out.
There's not a single person in the world who could make this pencil. Remarkable statement? Not at all. The wood from which it's made, for all I know, comes from a tree that was cut down in the state of Washington. To cut down that tree, it took a saw. To make the saw, it took steel. To make the steel, it took iron ore. This black center, we call it lead, but it's really graphite, compressed graphite. I'm not sure where it comes from, but I think it comes from some mines in South America. This red top up here, the eraser, bit of rubber, probably comes from Malaya, where the rubber tree isn't even native. It was imported from South America by some businessmen with the help of the British government. This brass ferrule, I haven't the slightest idea where it came from, or the yellow paint, or the paint that made the black lines, or the glue that holds it together. Literally thousands of people cooperated to make this pencil. People who don't speak the same language, who practice different religions, who might hate one another if they ever met. When you go down to the store and buy this pencil, you are in effect trading a few minutes of your time for a few seconds of the time of all those thousands of people. What brought them together and induced them to cooperate to make this pencil? There was no commissar sending out orders from some central office. It was a magic of the price system, the impersonal operation of prices, that brought them together and got them to cooperate to make this pencil so that you could have it for a trifling sum. That is why the operation of the free market is so essential, not only to promote productive efficiency, but even more, to foster harmony and peace among the peoples of the world.
Wow. So why is this such a big deal? Why is Elon Musk so anti-tariffs? Why was it that he spent so long during this weekend to actually appeal to President Trump to reverse these sweeping tariffs? This is reported by the Washington Post. They go on to say that Musk's break with Trump over a signature administration priority marks the highest profile disagreement between the president and one of his key advisors, who poured nearly $290 million into backing him and other Republicans in last year's elections, and has been leading the U.S. DOJ Service's cost-cutting efforts since January. Wow. And this isn't even the first disagreement. It goes on to talk about their disagreement regarding the H-1B visas. Wow. But where's the White House on all of this? I don't know if you guys saw this, but this was this morning at the White House. Caroline Leavitt is talking about some more tariffs that are going into effect in China. Thought this was interesting. It is rising to a new 104% tariff on all goods coming from China. That is crazy. Check this out.
Ed, go ahead. As promised.
Yes, thank you. You mentioned the 70 countries or so. I'm curious, though, under what conditions at this point would President Trump talk to President Xi about tariffs?
Look, I just spoke to the president about this, and he believes that China wants to make a deal with the United States. He believes China has to make a deal with the United States. It was a mistake for China to retaliate. The president, when America is punched, he punches back harder. That's why there will be 104% tariffs going into effect on China tonight at midnight. But the president believes that Xi and China want to make a deal. They just don't know how to get that started. And the president also wanted me to tell all of you that if China reaches out to make a deal, he'll be incredibly gracious, but he's going to do what's best for the American people.
So China has to call.
Wow. And at the same time, the rapid response page also uploaded this video with President Trump. And I actually really value the words that he shares here. Check this out.
I'm proud to be the president for the workers, not the outsourcers. The president who stands up for Main Street, not Wall Street, who protects the middle class, not the political class, and who defends America, not trade cheaters all over the globe. They're trade cheaters. They cheated on us. They cheated with tariffs on us. They stole our money. They stole our jobs. I'm proud to be.
Wow. There we go. Very, very short clip, but it really does share his philosophy and where he is standing. And there are just so many duels happening right now, even in just the Republican side of the aisle. And I do think this is fascinating. And let me just tell you why I love this so much, because I really do believe that some of the brightest minds are talking about tariffs. You know, say what you will about Elon Musk and Peter Navarro and people like, you know, Caroline Leavitt and just everyone else who's a participant in this conversation regarding tariffs, whether it is pro-tariffs or anti-tariffs, or whether they're, you know, incredibly well-known economists or statisticians all over the world. And I just believe that what's best for the American people is going to be born from this moment, just because we have such critical thinkers and heavy hitters who are part of this conversation. And I think that's exciting. I really do. But anyways, let me know what you think about all this, guys. So tell me what you're thinking. Are you pro tariffs? Are you anti tariffs? Or are you just pro America? All right. And you are just wanting to see the American worker and the middle class thrive. All right. Let me know where you stand, and I will see you all next time. And please remember, please like and subscribe, because why not? All right, guys. I will see you all next time, and thank you so much for watching. Episode's over already? Geez, that was fast. Well, they say beautiful things do not last forever, but feel free to watch and listen to another one of these episodes if you're interested in those conversations as well. Also, this next part is huge. Make sure to obliterate that like and subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never skip a beat. I also have a newsletter where we dive into the news, politics, and ideas that shape our future. If you're interested in signing up, I'd really appreciate that. Anyways, that's the end of this episode. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I'll see you next time.